Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet here from Ripple. So, they are doing a ton of hiring. They're focused on engineers here to help them build robust, scalable, and innovative crypto solutions to deliver best-in-class solutions for our customers. This is very exciting. I first off want to say, seeing Ripple continue to hire during these times really kind of puts into perspective on how well positioned they are, not only financially, but also in this market currently. I believe going forward, Ripple will continue to shine as one of the most prestigious crypto-driven companies within the sector, and also XRP itself as a token is also going to benefit greatly from this as well, which we will talk about here in a second. But we do see a ton of job offerings over here, so what I really want to focus on is the areas. So they are hiring in some of the most strategic areas around the world. Obviously, the U.S. is a big focus point. A lot of their job offerings are in the U.S. area, but we do see Singapore, Australia, India. We also do see the UAE. There is Canada as well. Canada, the United Kingdom, making their name known in the UK. Also, Ireland on here is one big one as well, but that's more so under legal. Iceland, that's centered on liquidity. And this is going to continue to grow and grow and grow as they hire more and more individuals, because you got to realize that building the next major, we'll say parts of the next financial system, it's not an easy task, and it's a task that demands a ton of numbers behind them. I even said this with Quant, where they were powering like 27 million engineers. It's a demanding area right now around crypto, because the next major system around finance, around payments, in my opinion, will be built around crypto and DLT. I also say this around any industry out there. It's not just finance and payments, it's everything. You look at trade finance. Trade finance is a big one that's being not only disrupted by DLT, but automated by DLT. We talk about e-commerce, gaming. I mean, Web3 itself will blossom into everyday life. So this is very exciting, and it definitely demands a ton of individuals. So I love to see Ripple continue to hire. And also, Ripple did mention this over on Twitter as well. SMEs. So a big one, going back to around like the 2018-2019 timeframe. A big focus point was SMEs from Ripple. It still is, but the line of credit since then got removed off of their website. But what line of credit was them offering credit lines to SMEs that banks were turning away because of their transactional flows. The big banks want SMEs that are transacting massive amounts of money per year, and Ripple seen a huge opportunity that, a large portion, I think it was like 65 or 70% of SMEs were being turned away for lines of credit, and they wanted to focus on this. So that was a huge opportunity, and yes, they were offering it through XRP, and since then we see this. SMEs, small, medium-sized enterprises, and large corporations are now exploring new crypto use cases for cross-border payments, including trade finance. And I love to see that it's not only SMEs, it's also large corporations here. And in this article, it is centered on on-demand liquidity for corporate enterprises, international trade finance. They do talk about cross-border payments as well, talking back to like 1932 around this catchphrase about being paid on like Tuesday for a hamburger today. It's comical, but it's a sad reality around cross-border payments right now on how inefficient they actually are. But we do see banks and other financial institutions still currently operate on a Monday through Friday schedule, despite the always-on 24/7, 365 days a year world we live in, creating a major discrepancy between customer demand and businesses being able to meet those needs. Yeah, I mean, right now, honestly, the current financial system it's not living up to the demand that it really kind of. I mean, you think about it like this, right? At any second around the world, individuals are shopping. Individuals are buying things. They are utilizing their card. Why do we have banks and financial institutions shutting down on Saturday and Sunday? We should have a system that could meet the demands at all times, 24/7, 365. Crypto is this. Crypto offers that. And again, this is why I say our current financial system is not designed for today's demand. It really isn't. There was a report actually, it was going back to, I think it was 2020 or it might have been 2019. But Visa and MasterCard both went down due to the demand of Black Friday. So if you think about that, right? These are major corporations and major networks that are powering a ton of payments per year, and they are going down because of the demand needed by those payment networks. How crazy is that? And this is just of recent. So when you think about it, how broken is our actual monetary system? I can tell you right now, it's extremely broken. And we do see here, in many cases, it would be faster, cheaper, and more reliable to complete a transaction by flying the suitcase full of cash to its destination. And yet, this slow, expensive, and opaque process is still relied upon to power payment methods and finance for international trade, underpin complex global supply chains, enable corporate treasury flows, and fund the operations of non-governmental organizations. Blockchain-based solutions present a better way for both small, medium-sized businesses and enterprises alike to conduct cross-border transactions, introducing speed, affordability, transparency, and certainty into the equation. And yeah, they talk about transaction costs, delays, and all that kind of stuff around growth. And a big focus point is liquidity. To provide the liquidity necessary for companies to complete cross-border payments or cross-border fiat payments in real time, particularly in complex corridors. Banks and other payment providers are subject to reserving funds in settlement accounts in various countries, aka Nostro Vostro accounts. So all of this could easily be fixed. And again, this is why I say, it's the idea of like how large of an opportunity does XRP actually hold behind it? Well, to answer that question, it's a very, very large opportunity. We do see here removing hurdles and unleashing growth. With blockchain-based cross-border payment solutions, companies can shift away from legacy correspondent banking relationships to eliminate unnecessary hindrances and unlock new growth and innovation opportunities. Ripple's on-demand liquidity solution is custom-built for streamlined, more efficient cross-border transactions, operating 24/7 even on weekends and holidays. It eliminates pre-funding, shortens transaction time to fractions of a second, dramatically reduces cost, and also introduces pricing transparency. Now, think about this, right? Why was Ripple and XRP targeted? All you have to do is read this sentence here, and you could see exactly why. They have solved something that the traditional system has not. We will start to see companies shifting away from the legacy correspondent banking system in mass once we do see the SEC lawsuit fully finished. It's one of the biggest obstacles of major growth around XRP, especially on-demand liquidity. This is when XRP gets unleashed. This is going to be huge. And we do see, in addition to these inherent time, cost, and availability advantages for trade finance organizations, on-demand liquidity means greater flexibility with capital, new opportunities to scale business operations, and less time managing accounts and partners. Then they go on to mention all of their major partnerships here. And yeah, I mean, it's very, very exciting. I do think that the next evolution of payments around business and on-demand liquidity, which also, by the way, we do see line of credit being mentioned yet again. So it looks like line of credit still is a thing that Ripple does offer, but they just removed it from their website. So, but nonetheless, I do think that the next evolution of payments around businesses and corporations will be centered on blockchain-based technology like on-demand liquidity. Here you guys have the on-demand liquidity market breakdown from XRP_Crow. We do see payout markets 40, lower fees 90% per transaction, and uptime availability 365 24/7. Look at the substantial amounts of partners they have, which will also domino effect into many other major partnerships, and they are also centered around the world. I mean, like, this is very, very exciting. And we are at this time where the US is starting to fall drastically behind. In fact, we've seen over here, just in the United Kingdom, finalizes plans to regulate crypto. I mean, it's only a matter of time before we start to see more and more nations come together and say, okay, well, we're seeing crypto being the next major evolution around payments and technology itself. And we see this being the future of finance. So we need to regulate crypto. We need to have things that are not only going to further innovation, but also allow for us to utilize crypto on a day-to-day basis because of the power and the potential behind it. That's also why I said over on Twitter, I said the US is falling behind. It's only a matter of time before it's too late. They will streamline regulations and soon adapt fast to stay on par with other major countries. Again, a lot of people think that we need the US. We need the US. The US has the largest economy, this, that. We are already seeing a new reserve currency being discussed, being talked about. We are seeing a lot of payments and business being, done outside of the US dollar. So when we really kind of look at the US has not only been falling behind rapidly within crypto innovation, but they've also been falling way behind economically and in terms of the monetary system. And we also do see over here, Nexo will gradually phase out U.S. operations as a direct result of dead-end attempts to gain regulatory clarity. And we even seen Jeremy Hogan report on this and say, eventually almost all crypto projects will be based outside of the U.S. The 2030 crypto Amazon or Google will not be U.S. based. Or am I being dramatic? No, absolutely not. I mean, listen, these companies are tired of fighting a no-win situation with the SEC. The U.S. is not an area that likes to conduct business within crypto. And it's a shame, right? It really is a shame because we have such incredible technology that could not only push us years and years and years ahead into the future around finance and payments, but we also have technology that is reinventing the entire technological sphere around many industries, not just payments and finance. And yet we have the US continuing to drag their feet while all of these other major nations like the UK are pushing to regulate crypto, pushing to adopt crypto. They want to utilize DLT. They see the value behind DLT. Even Europe, the ECB, they just recently came out with MEXC, right? All of these areas are pushing for streamlined regulations because they want to utilize crypto. They know that it's nearly too late to get behind this technology before it gets too big. We already seen us peak at $3 trillion in market cap, right? Where are we going to be at in the next major cycle? Are we going to 10x, go to $30 trillion, or are we going to $15 trillion? Who knows where we will be in valuations, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, we peaked at $3 trillion. This is just the beginning. This market is going to be much, much larger, and these nations want to get behind it because they see, like I said, the value as well as the potential and the power behind these crypto-driven processes, as well as the potential behind a lot of these major crypto-driven systems. And they want to utilize that, and they really, I'm telling you guys right now, they cannot afford to miss out on this next major technological advancement that is happening before our eyes. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on. If you guys have more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If you guys are on this before, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.